Hi everyone and welcome. Today I would like to introduce you to one of my favourite authors and tell you all about one of her books. So the book is called A Vanpire Wants a Wife by Andy M. Long. She is fantastic and she's brilliant at really funny humour in her paranormal romances. She also does other types of romance as well, but her paranormal is my favourite. The blurb on the back reads, Shelley Linley is sick of sickos, yet another prankster has applied to her dating agency. This one says he's a vampire and he wants Shelley to help him find a wife. Meeting him for a second interview against all her better judgment, Shelley discovers that he has no clue about women. A shame because he's super hot, amusing, and has a lot of single friends he could recommend her struggling business to. Even if he does say they are werewolves and demons, she has to help him, even if he's crazy. If she can ignore his delusions, she's sure she can help him meet someone. But when death threats start arriving on her doorstep, Shelley's not sure she's cut out for the job. Then her dating algorithm states she's his ideal partner. Now she's not sure if she should take the risk for love or run like hell. Welcome to Withensea and the Supernatural Dating Agency. For readers of Michelle Rowan, Jerry Bartlett and Michelle Bartley, who like the humour to have bite. And I will also read to you chapter 1. Here we go. Another freaking lunatic. After a year in business running a dating agency, I still got frustrated by pranksters or insane people who wrote out ridiculous application forms. This loser obviously had nothing better to do, as he had filled out the entire questionnaire extensively. Most morons put a stupid name like Superman and then followed it up with swear words as the answer to every question. Seeing as this one had made an effort, and it was Monday morning and my coffee hadn't sunk in yet, I decided to sit back and read it. Perhaps I'd print it off for when I wrote my book at the end of my dating agency career, Confessions of a Matchmaker. Name, Theodore Robert Landry. Date of birth, 1st of January 1891. Age, 126. Hair, black. Skin colour, alabaster. Height, 6 feet 2 inches. Weight, perfect. Any distinguishing features? I'm a vampire, so fangs. Place of birth, Goodacres Farm, Withensea, East Yorkshire. Current address, The Basement, 27 Seaview Road, Withensea. I was thrown out of my place of birth on becoming a vampire. I am on a quest to win my home back, but currently my duel has not been accepted. They keep sending a policeman around asking me to desist. Any family history of note? All deceased. I was the only family member to survive. The rest of my family were drained of their blood. It was difficult at first, but it's true, time is a healer. I think fondly of them now. It's quite unusual for a newly turned vampire to kill their family members by accident. Favourite food? A class own egg, preferably drunk straight from the source. I note you don't ask blood type on your application. That may be something for you to consider for future. Ideal dating venue. Can only be after 8 p.m. up until 4 a.m. to be on the safe side. A nice dark environment such as a park graveyard, nightclub, restaurant. I can eat human food, but it has no calorific value for me. Would be ideal. Reason for application. I have been trying to find a wife now for several years. I am extremely good looking and have a vast intellect due to my many years on this earth. Unfortunately, when I discussed the fact my girlfriend would have to be turned into a vampire and to be my wife long into eternal light, they leave, usually rather rapidly. I am therefore reaching out in these modern times to your dating agency. Your tagline promises to find your ideal partner. My ideal partner, preferably, would be a vampire like myself, complete with no heartbeat, but should you not have such members on your books, a beautiful human lady who is willing to be turned would suffice. Jesus! I clicked on the attached photograph, fully expecting to see a dick pic, but instead there was a picture of a pale-faced and godlike creature. He couldn't be real because he was far too fucking hot. It would be a model shot. I quickly did a Google image search of the photo, but nothing came back. Interesting. At that point, the door burst open, making me upend my still hot coffee down my front. I jumped up and down, doing the dance of the scalded, wafting my top and holding it away from my skin. Oh God, oh fucking God, that's hot. That is fucking hot. Oh my, he is hot, said my assistant and best friend Kim, looking at my screen. You finding yourself for a coffee burn or for this stud muffin? Want to share why you're an hour late? I'd long ago learned to expect Kim when I saw her. She never missed an appointment or meeting, but believed her hours were completely flexible. I got the chance for a penis power hour, so I took it, she said, unfazed. Anyway, go dry your top while I read this application. I'm going to pop to Ebony's downstairs and buy a new one. Screw it. Our office was situated above a boutique on a block that housed a cafe and a pet grooming salon. It was a great mix of female business owners, and we had a collective that met monthly. Female entrepreneurs do it with their colleagues. I'd not had the heart to tell Jax from the cafe that it sounded all kinds of wrong. She was a sensitive soul, and likely to close the cafe for a few days if upset, and no one needed a lack of coffee and cake. No one. I walked down the back stairs, out to the rear of the property, and through the front entrance of the shop. Ebony took one look at me and shook her head. I know, Kim made me spill my coffee down myself. Oh, honey, Ebony said in her cut-glass accent. Kimmy did you a huge favour. That top needs a cremation. R.I.P. to the shapeless V-neck. I groaned. Ebony was always trying to give me a makeover, and I just liked to keep things simple. Truthfully, I wasn't a power suit kind of girl. I preferred to meet clients looking like someone they felt comfortable to chat with intimately. It was through getting to know them that I knew who to match them up with. I was amazing at my job and had one of the most successful dating agencies in England. The irony being that the only person I couldn't find an ideal date for was myself. Running through my own application, there had so far been no one who had measured up as a fit for me. I was awkward and picky and destined to be on my own forever. Here we go. This is what we need you in, darling. It will highlight that red hair and pale skin. Ebony held up a black, tight tank top with a red rose on the front. It had an overlay of black knitting. It would go with the skinny jeans I was wearing, but goth girl really wasn't me. I was a jeans and plain tee wearing girl who, on a rare occasion she got dressed up, would wear floral tea dresses. "Have you got something else a little lighter in colour?" I asked. "No, sorry, I have nothing else in your size." I looked around the rest of the well-stocked boutique and raised an eyebrow. Ebony exuded calm. "All of this stock is pre-ordered. You can only have the top you're holding." I sighed and handed over my credit card and went into the changing rooms to change it over. Looking in the dressing room mirror, I saw that Ebony was totally right. It really did suit my complexion. Maybe I should adopt a goth girl persona and start watching The Corpse Bride and wear black lipstick. Ebony clapped her manicured hands, complete with red talons, when I emerged from the changing rooms. "Look at you, a vision. Can I curl your hair up a little before you leave?" "No," I snapped. "Leave me alone. You are giving me a complex." "Darling, you keep wondering why you're single, and I'm trying to help you. He's coming, you see. The one for you. We need you ready for him." I raised an eyebrow again. "Ebony, are you pissed from last night still? How many bodies did you have? Or do you have a bottle behind the counter again?" "Because I've told you, it will put customers off if you dance with them. How many times have we had this conversation now?" Ebony's gaze darted towards the door. Then she lowered her voice. "Look, I will confess all. I drink vodka at times because the thoughts become too much, too intense. If I'm a little mellow, I can cope, and they dissipate. Otherwise, I get bad migraines. Anyway, I've not had any alcohol today, but I'm receiving strong thoughts when you are around that you must be prepared because your one is coming." I rubbed at my eyes. It was a day for lunatics. I needed to chat to Kim and Jax about keeping a close eye on Ebony because she seemed a little mentally fragile. It was a struggle to run a business on your own, and maybe she'd reached for the alcohol a few times too many. I decided the best thing to do was to purchase the top and let her do my hair. She sat me on a stool at the counter and wound my long hair around tongs until I had the most beautiful spiral curls. I would never have taken the time to do this for myself. Ebony reached for some cosmetics that she had displayed under the counter, and I was about to protest when her mouth set in a pout. I sighed and let her put makeup on me. I could always call down the corner shop on the next block for some baby wipes to take it off. In the meantime, 3 customers had come in and were watching Ebony at work. It turned into a makeup class. I felt like I was on freaking QVC. Voila! Go back to the training rooms and see. I hopped off the stool and looked at myself in the mirror. I hardly recognised the person looking back. She'd put bronzer on my face and used the cosmetics to give me a healthy glow instead of my usual one look. Okay, I come back out. I admit defeat. You're amazing. I know, she smiled as she wrapped up makeup sets for the 3 women who were watching. You need this. She holds up a 4th set. So altogether, that's £53, 80p with your staff discount. She waved the credit card I'd handed over earlier, and I nodded and watched as she rang me up. I was going to kill Kim. That coffee spill had set me back a small fortune. I went back upstairs and stood in the doorway. Kim was still sitting in front of my computer. So, what do you need me to do? She paused. Holy fuck, where's Shelley? Seriously, where's she gone? Who is this beautiful creature in front of me? I'm straight as they come, but hell, I reckon I can be persuaded. I crossed my arms. Ebony decided I needed a makeover, and it cost me the best part of 60 quid, so don't expect a bonus this month. Hey, Kim waved her hands in the air. I wasn't the one who got so flustered looking at Mr. Hot Vampire that I spilled my drink down myself. Oh yes, that reminds me. Can you contact him and send him a decline email? Kim looked down at the floor. Oh, where's my earring gone? I gave her a pinch stare. You don't have pierced ears, Kim. Sit up straight and look at me. Look me in the eyes. What have you done? Well, she bit on her lip. His photo was really hot, and I thought we didn't get too many sexy men coming in, so I sent him an appointment for the next stage. You did what? I screamed. He's obviously a complete nutcase. What if he really thinks he's a vampire and tries to bite one of us? I don't think he would, because he's an old vampire, spelled the old-fashioned way. He must have got past that fledgling stage long ago. He's not a real vampire. I know, but since True Blood finished, I'm desperately missing Eric. Also, Ian Somerhalder got all married and loved up. Let's interview the hottie. We can just reject him when his true crazy comes out. I really don't think he'll try to bite us. Not if he wants us to find him a wife. Kim, could you, as my assistant, please get another coffee and a chocolate donut? Things are stressful today. Now, what time have you arranged for Mr. Landry to come for an interview? I said 8 p.m. at Hanif's. Hanif's? The Indian restaurant. Yes, it's dark. Mr. Landry can't come out before then. Go get me my coffee. Don't forget the donut. In fact, make it 2 donuts. Go, now. God, you're in a mood. Are you jealous because I got some this morning? A box of donuts. A box of 12, I shouted after her, swinging backside. That was chapter 1 of The Vampire Wants a Wife. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know what you think.